Hey everyone, it's your girl Anahita, and I am so delighted to be here at the Taste of the NFL 27th Annual Party with a Purpose here at the St. Paul RiverCentre on the eve of Super Bowl 52. I'm so excited to show you guys what this event has in store, all for an amazing cause, and that is to help kick hunger's butt. So stay tuned and keep on watching. Rob, you are a part of this amazing organization. Why are you even doing what you do?
We've got a lot of neighbors who need our support, and so it's a privilege to be part of not only this organization but this community in the Twin Cities that wants to reach out to the neighbors. There are so many people who are born into circumstances where they need additional help, and it's our privilege to serve them. So I'm glad to be part of an organization that takes in so much support from the Twin Cities, volunteers, dollars, time, food that we get. It is motivating every day.
You guys kind of look alike. Do you get that often?
What gave it away?
Well, I think the glasses.
Might be the glasses. Might be.
You have a very nice blazer on. I want to know, what do you approve of the outfit that I'm wearing? Or into the bold colors and everything like that?
Now, is that why you wear suede?
No, we wear suede because it's cold outside and this is perfect.
Yeah. You got to be practical here. It's Minnesota. We're here. It's freezing. You got to have something, warms you up a little.
Bold colors for the bold north. That's what we do here. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Just see our friends. We do a lot of stuff with food. We have a new show coming out on Bravo. We're really excited about. Just hang out, take pictures, just eat. Food. We're here for food and for a good cause. So.
And we got to represent our boy Thomas Bamer. He's cooking tonight, hometown hero here. So just excited to eat his food. Can't wait.
And you are not here at this event. How do you personally give back in other ways?
You try to commit your time to your community, and one of the biggest things is finding out what it is you're passionate about, and I think that's probably everybody's biggest challenge. When the Super Bowl came to Dallas, and I really worked side by side with Wayne at that time with Taste of the NFL, and I started to see the numbers. You hear about it, you see billboards. You may have people in passing mention, food insecurity, but you don't really understand it until you see some of the numbers. The relationship with the North Texas Food Bank kind of stayed there after Super Bowl left, and we use it with our kids all the time. My son goes to Dallas Jesuit, and they have to accumulate a certain amount of community service hours during the course of high school, and the North Texas Food Bank has become one of our favorite ones to do.
Can I go in for a hug?
I've been on the board of Taste for the last 5 or 6 years, and this is a very, very personal thing for me. Obviously, having been homeless and gone through a part of my life that, included addiction and alcoholism. And the night that I flew to Minnesota 27 years ago was the night of the first Super Bowl here when Taste was founded. So it's sort of come full circle for me. And this organization understands that it's not just about putting food on a shelf in a food rescue mission organization. It's about treating people with dignity and respect. It's about removing the stigma. And I'm just so proud that we're able to show off my home state for Super Bowl 52. This is an incredible thing.
What is one of the biggest misconceptions of food insecurities?
The biggest misconception about food insecurity is those 20 to 25% of Americans somehow live somewhere else other than your neighborhood. They really and truly are your neighbors, your friends, the families that your kids go to school with. You never know what bear trap another family is in.
What does this event and its purpose mean to you?
Well, this is a great event. I think that it's really exciting. I'm a huge NFL fan, and the fact that they have consciousness about helping other people out there. They're partnering with 32 cities and just bringing more than $200 million in food and meals for people out there.
The one and only Ezra here. Oh my gosh, I'm starstruck, even though, you're the most humble man ever. So obviously you're huge into giving back to the community, anti-bullying, the inclusion for the NFL. You initiated that event. It's huge. What does this event mean to you?
Anytime there's an event where they raise money to feed people around the country is an amazing event. Wayne is a personal good friend of mine. He's also an advisor for the Inclusion Party. But Wayne, so I'm here to support Wayne, support this the whole organization, the cause, and all of that. So come on, $25 million raised here, and then also 200 million people fed. Come on, that is absolutely incredible.
So what does being a part of this particular event mean to you guys?
Look, everyone wants to celebrate the Super Bowl, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're celebrating food here as well. But at the same time, it's doing real, impactful good. raising over $25 million so far in 27 years. That's helping a lot of families. So when we're part of something that's a celebration, it's all good, it's fun, but the fact they're doing good makes it so much better.
What about for those that can't make it?
Well, I think going to the Taste of the NFL website, tasteofthenfl.com is a great place to start. There's always local initiatives in everybody's area, so reach out to your local food banks and find ways to help in your home zone.
1, 2, 3, Kick Hunter! Is everyone treating you well so far in Bold North?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a homecoming for me. I lived here in 2002 to 2003, and I have a lot of friends still here, and so I love it here. It's a very special place, not just for me in my own personal history, but I think the people, I think the way, you mentioned Princess K of the Milky Way, or Holodazzle, or the original Nyes Polonaise, or the Embers on Hennepin, or, I got a chance to perform at the 7th Street Entry at their New Year's show back in the day. So when you have any kind of real touchstones to this town, I think it's a very special kind of connection every time I come back.
I want to hear what this organization and what giving back in the form of bringing light knowledge about food insecurities means to you.
For me personally, being in that sort of food entertainment space, I think it's very easy to get lost in the glamour of it, or sort of get a little bit self-obsessed with this notion of creating new dishes, and then you don't realize that in the middle of such an opulent multi-million-dollar event like the Super Bowl that draws people from other countries, that whether it's Sunday, Monday, or any other day of the week, that there are people for whom the struggle to find that next meal is omnipresent. And in a different way than Andrew, I've been on food stamps, I've been on unemployment. I didn't know at one point necessarily where my next top meal would come from, and it was a finite period of time in my life, and I got through it. And I was lucky to have a support system to help me through it. But for those who don't, to see this in their own backyard, to see the other 31 NFL franchise cities with multi-million athletes and multi-millionaire stadia, that Taste is giving 200 million meals, $25 million, and it's all going directly to those food banks.
So when you're not here, how else do you give back?
That's a great question. So I work with a charity called Common Threads, which is dedicated to helping underprivileged children lead healthier lives. 1 in 6 children at or below the poverty line can't identify broccoli. So what Common Threads does, they work with local food purveyors to not only give culinary education to the parents, to the kids, to the school cafeteria matrons, but also dietary information, getting them access to good meals, creating a community around eating healthfully.
So how are you doing today? Is this up your alley? You're talking food, right? I agree. I totally agree. But I think the important question is, what is your favorite snack? Ooh, yes. I love chocolate too. Cookies? Maybe Pillsbury? Okay. I gotta ask. Is this invasive? But can I tickle you? Tickle. My kind of guy. I love you, man. So my inner cheerleader from back in the high school and college days is so elated right now because I have the Patriot cheerleaders. So how does a cheerleader prepare for Super Bowl? You guys must be exhausted from traveling and rehearsing, but what does that even look like to you?
So, especially coming here from Minnesota. So before Minnesota, we practice twice a week, and we also do a ton of promotional appearances. So we prepare all year round, but there's nothing like Super Bowl weekend and the week leading up to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the New England Patriot cheerleaders. I am here with the legendary Brig Owens. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing great. It's great to be here in Minnesota, Taste of the NFL, and even though there's snow outside, everyone's having a great time.
And you're doing a great job being here tonight, representing your team. You're an alum, and obviously you're still doing amazing things. Why is it important to you to continue doing this work?
I think it's very important for the United States to be in the kind of country it is, a wealthy country of giving. We really shouldn't be having to fight hungry hunger as bad as we're fighting hunger. We shouldn't have people living on the streets, and that's what Taste of the NFL is really all about. We're here to fight hunger.
So after you leave here today, what other ways do you give back?
Well, I have a youth leadership drug prevention anti-violence program in Washington, D.C. called Super Leaders, and we're going into our 29th year. In over 29 years, we have a 98% high school graduation rate, and 75% of our kids are going to college or trade school or emergency services. So,
wonderful. What has been the highlight of tonight so far?
Just the overall energy here. It's amazing. It's inspiring. The energy here is so inspiring. You want to go back and do something amazing outside of yourself. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I live in Minneapolis.
She's doing amazing things right here in town, but tonight she is here supporting this amazing event and eating some fantastic food. Girl, what are you eating?
I am loving the chicken and wild rice from Chef Thomas at Corner Table, which is a restaurant right here in Minneapolis.
What does giving back to an amazing cause like this mean to you? Like, why do you even do it? Why are you here?
Well, hunger relief is important to me. I work in the food industry, and so I think everyone deserves the right to a meal every night. And so it's important for us to go out for events like this, and to be in a community that gives back is really important.
This is the third time I get to interview Mallory Wegeman, Paralympian gold medal swimmer. She's here not at Starkey, not at another event, but here at the Taste of the NFL. Mallory, how are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
So good. Thank you for recognizing my face, but more importantly, I'm so happy that you're here.
So, tonight we're just out here supporting Taste of the NFL, and I think it's really important that as athletes, we're constantly using the platform and our exposure as athletes to make sure we're making a difference and giving back in our communities. And I think fighting hunger is such an important thing for all of us to do. We are fortunate here to be eating from all these wonderful cities across the country, but not everybody is as fortunate, and so that's why I think there's such a great turnout tonight.
Well, friends, that's a wrap of the Taste of the NFL, the 27th annual Party with a Purpose right here at the beautiful St. Paul RiverCentre in St. Paul, Minnesota on the eve of Super Bowl 52, hosted in Minneapolis just tomorrow. But I have to tell you, my favorite part of tonight is just talking about all the different elements of this event and bringing people together for an amazing cause, and that's to kick hunger. So learn more about the challenge at kickhungerchallenge.com. If you don't have the financial means to give back, there's time, there's awareness, sharing it, having conversation. You heard it here tonight. There's a lot of ways you can give back. But make sure you follow me on social media at Anahita Champion. Got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my website. It's anahita.com. Until next time, guys. See you later.